Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel.
Today, I'm back with my buddy Chris at the Blue Jay Sapphire mine to have a look at some of the sapphires he recovered from that blast we did last week. What a heck of an opportunity that was to hang out with Chris while he blasted off the mountain. But now we get to see the fruits of his labor. So wish us luck, and I hope you enjoy.
Now, I usually like saving the best for last, but today I can't. That there is one sapphire, 6 inches across, gemmy blue inside, really nice, and beautifully shaped, thick. There's a second one on the back, probably 4 inches across. This thing weighs a freaking ton. Sapphire's heavy, and boy, is this thing heavy. Blue Jay Sapphire. But that's not the only big one they've come up with. Here's one, there's about 5 inches across. We see the side of it, not the face. This is one of the sides. It's a good 2.5 inches thick, probably 4 to 5 inches in diameter. Great smaller ones, but still huge all around. That whole rock is sapphire. Look at the color of that broken one. They are nice. This is why Chris called me back. He knows what he's got here. There we go. 3-4 inches through, 1.5 inches thick. There's another one on the back, 3 inches. Rock's just loaded with them. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Color. I think I'm gonna be showing you a lot of sapphires in Matrix today. And some not in Matrix also. These are some of the clear gemmy ones that we're gonna send off to get faceted to see what they look like pre-heat treating. Chris also has a heat treater lined up to heat treat these so they come out even clearer, but we wanna know what the sapphire looks like even before we do that. Now, the sapphire crystals from the Blue Jay mine come in a bunch of different varieties. Some are star sapphires, some are tripacia sapphires. We have some with a golden sheen, and we have some that are getting translucent enough we can almost call them gem sapphires. And that is our real wish here, is that we can get them translucent and transparent enough to make faceted gems out of them. But this stuff here is corundum, the mineral corundum, and when it comes in a gem form of corundum, whether it be a star sapphire or a clear gemmy sapphire, that's when we call them sapphires. Blue corundum, sapphire crystals. Chris is going to have thousands upon thousands of facet gemstones, cabs. These are star sapphires. They should star in a cab. Pieces of jewelry made from this stuff. He's got so much here, he is going to have thousands upon thousands of the best pieces of jewelry made from it. I have to wait till Chris gets here so I have a second cell phone so I can put a light behind some of these. I'm filming on my cell phone today, not my regular cameras. Chris told me to pick through this bag to see what I could find. And I'm looking at all these great things, like look at the color on that. Just blue, blue, blue. I was kind of ignoring this orange lump off here in the corner. That is one big sapphire crystal. It's huge. And here's another really big one, 3 inches across, 4 inches across, nice and thick. And it gives you an idea of what's inside on the one broken little corner. Just gives you an idea how blue that is inside there. This here sapphire crystal weighs 1.5 pounds, I'm sure. Yes, a sapphire weighing 1 pound or more. It's a sapphire mine, that's for sure. And the rest of the crew's coming down from the hill. I thought I'd make them some coffee. So they had a fresh batch of coffee when they got down here. I don't know if they're coffee drinkers. If not, I'm drinking it all. This guy is so amazing. I'm just saying that for every one of them. But this is just sapphires, gem blue sapphires everywhere through this huge rock. I'm gonna have to get Chris to pick this up so I can show you and turn it around, show you all of these sapphires in this one piece. Chris says they look better wet, so we're wetting it down here. Just perfect shapes to the crystals.
Oh, yeah, these are stunning crystals. It's cuttable. It's a beautiful chatoyance. It's some of this material is glassy.
I can't imagine doing anything but leaving that as a specimen, though. That one there. That has to be a $10,000 to $20,000 specimen of sapphires.
Yeah, I would say probably 20,000.
20,000 for that thing.
Yeah, no, there's nothing like this online. Like when it comes to the specimen market, the Blue Jay will own the market.
Absolutely.
It's phenomenal.
I haven't introduced you on camera yet. This is my buddy Chris from Silver Cove.
Hi.
The owner, operator, and miner at the Blue Jay Sapphire Mine. A rock like that will probably make 5 to 10 cabs set into jewelry. This one here, 2 or 3 easily. So, Chris, what'd you bring me to see? You can't even speak. I can't speak.
Yeah, it's stunning. Stunning. Look at the size of that crystal.
Easily 6 inches through.
Yeah, that would be zone 2 material. So that stuff will have the tripasias.
Tripasias. And then just, look at that full-on terminated crystals.
And they're on the side, too. It's one full crystal there.
One full crystal, full inch thick. That's probably 4 inches in diameter down there.
Beautiful, beautiful crystals.
And this rock is, what is that? 4 feet across. 3 by 4 by like a foot thick.
Oh, it's card table size, yeah.
A plate of
You
sapphires.
want to know something, Dan? Unofficially, this already breaks the world record for the largest sapphire cluster.
You know, a collector is, what was that, $500,000 rock? For a high-end collector?
Well, if I cleaned it up and I removed anything that was damaged on it and I prepped it down to the next layer of sapphire, I don't know, 80, 90,000 conservatively.
80 or 90,000 for that?
Yeah.
I'll pay you that right now.
Yeah.
No, that's got to be worth more than that.
For the right collector, it is. I'm giving you wholesale prices.
Wholesale prices. Look at it. It's 3 square feet right there. 3 square feet of sapphire.
Beautiful crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, stunning.
This is a showpiece, an absolute showpiece for some rich person's foyer. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, $500,000 maybe. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but 100,000, at least 100,000.
Sold.
There's only one rock in this bag, Chris.
Sappy's in it.
There's only one rock.
You can barely see them, but it's got a vein of sapphires running right through that rock.
How many bags do you have on the flat deck already?
There's 16 bags.
16 bags, about 1,000 pounds a bag?
We actually weighed them. We're at 19,000 pounds right now.
19,000 pounds of sapphire.
The next will be at least double that. So we got 60,000 pounds of sapphire by the time we're done, if not more.
60 to 70,000 tons.
Yeah, so
1,000 tons? No, 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It'll be enough to make a significant difference in the sapphire market in Tucson and in Canada. Put Canadian sapphires on the map. This is a great start.
Absolutely. So, Chris, now that you've nailed that sapphire mine, you want to announce our new endeavor?
Absolutely. BC Peridot. Turns out the quality of the BC Peridot is better quality than anything in Jaipur right now. So we're going to help them out with that market.
Yes.
We
got a peridot mine in the planning right now.
Who would have thought? We're surrounded in great gem grade peridot, and the world is screaming for it. And me and old Dan have been sitting on some beautiful property for quite a while.
So we're partnering up on the site, and we're going to be mining peridot next.
Let's do it, Dan.
Going to be a couple years to get the permits through, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful terminated crystal. I think that's what you would call termination on this. The terminations on these crystals are just flat, but this flat with another one growing on top flat, another one growing on top flat. Great little specimen. The sun is going down, so we're getting some weird light on this, but this is a beautiful blue. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up. And again, full-on crystal, great termination on the top. You don't see the typical triangle terminations that a lot of sapphires get here, but I love this stacked look it gets on the top of the crystals. Just sitting on the ground there. You just put that down for me to look at, but look at the blue. Blue. Oh, look at that. There's one of the little triangles. One of the triangles that you see typically on top of sapphires. And here's some faceting grade that we're about to send off to the guys at Turtles Horde, and they're going to make some faceted gemstones for us out of the material before it gets heat treated, so we can see what this material pre-heat treating will facet like. But as I said earlier, Chris has a heat treater lined up as well.
Yeah.
To make these sapphires even clearer and gemmier.
The gentleman we're dealing with is in Pakistan, and he's regarded as the second most foremost sapphire specialist in the world. I guess this guy's developed techniques for working with tourmalines, diamonds, and sapphires, and he's invented 3 different techniques for sapphires. So this is the guy.
The guy.
The guy. So
and we won't get to show you that on camera, but for now, hopefully we will be able to show you what untreated sapphires from the Blue Jay mine will look like. And I think these are the pieces we're sending away to Steven from Turtles Horde. And this here is a great big zircon crystal that came out with all the sapphires. And there's garnets up there. You guys have found some aqua, right?
Some aqua, some colored tourmaline, goshenite, yeah.
But the sapphires is really where it's
The
at.
sapphires is where it's at.
Yeah.
This is the goshenite right here.
Goshenite. I don't even know what goshenite is.
White barrel.
A white barrel.
White
Okay,
barrel.
Focus. Focus, camera. Focus. There we go.
There's a specimen. There's one there. There's another one right there. Joe found these ones.
Okay.
Joe did. Yeah.
Perfect. Little gemmy crystal. Let's see what this one looks like with a light behind it. There we go. That's showing you how clear blue this sapphire is. Really hoping these will make some great facets.
Zone 3 sapphires.
The zone 3. 3 different zones of sapphires up on this mine, and zone 3 has the gemmy blue. We may have to wait for the sun to go down completely before we do this, because those are just gonna glow. There we go. Terminated on both sides. Full termination, full crystal, everything in one. You know, a little bit of sandblasting, proper sandblasting. Clean that up. That is a $2,000, $3,000 crystal right there, just as a specimen on its own.
2,000 to 3,000, yep.
Okay, when I start talking about how amazing everything is, the guys just keep laughing and saying, wait till you see the good stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere, Dan. I got totes full of crystals and minerals everywhere.
Whoa.
Look at the size. It's like I have complete crystals larger than this, Dan. Yeah, we're actually looking at trying to challenge the Star of Atom.
The
Star of Atom is the largest star sapphire in the world, and I think I can break the record here. We got crystals big enough.
with that one?
No, this one.
Not that one.
Oh,
Okay.
this one, maybe. It might, but I'm not going to use this one. But this will, like, there's a crystal here.
Yep.
There's a specimen right here if I wanted to keep that as a specimen. This is all cutting rough. This is all cutting rough. It's broken, right? But look how blue that is.
I'm not sure if we can see it in here, how blue that
Can you
is.
see the blue in here? Yeah, it's poor
Yeah.
lighting.
It's Jimmy blue, though.
Yeah, this is all cutting rough, but it's the blue, right?
This is the good blue stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue in here.
Oh, yeah.
Look how blue that is, Stan.
Oh,
Look how blue that is.
that is gemstone material. Absolutely.
Like it's just crazy. Like the glassy pieces, we just pick them up. Like we're getting complete crystals that are translucent. Plus we're getting the shards too. But what's crazy is the larger crystals seem to be clearer, which blows my mind away. Like, you're telling me the larger crystals is where the better gem is? Like, you know what I mean? Usually you would think of it being the other way around.
The small ones are the perfect, but no, in this case,
We're getting the bigger stuff has a better gem in it. Isn't that weird?
weird, but nice. You can see the tripation in this one, the banding or the lines, the growth lines of the sapphire, still really gemmy blue with the growth lines. And then there's that beast. That is just a solid ½ pound of gem material, like facet gem grade blue. And he's got a bag with like 40, 50 pounds of this gem quality material in it. Here we go, showing a bit more of the light coming through this gem material. Look at that band of blue. Some lighter material on both sides, that really deep band. Oh, tonight when the sun goes down, these are gonna be amazing.
So on Friday, I'm gonna throw a harness on and a hammer and a chisel and get off any of the sapphire that's left in the wall. So that way we get nice clean face. It'll actually look quite pretty. You won't even know we blasted by the time we're done.
Perfect.
You know, years from now, people will go up there and be like, where did they get all this sapphire from? Yeah.
Someday I'll make that hike back up there again. But once might be enough for me. I might be able to do it again. For material like this, wow, maybe I'll have to. Okay, Chris, tell us about the world records, 2 of them that you plan to break.
Well, the one I already got in the bag multiple times, and I got to decide which boulder to actually use, is the largest aggregate sapphire boulder in the world. We got that shattered in many different levels.
And to actually claim that world record, you have to get the guys from Guinness out here.
Yep. I will do that after we're done. After the mine is completely done and we're shut down, my goal then is to fly out judges from Guinness and actually have them pick one, because it's, yeah, this is insane. Yeah.
And the other world record you talked about a second ago?
That's breaking the Star of Adam. That's the world's largest blue star sapphire. And that one there needs to be just under 1 kilo in weight in order to break the world record. And I think we're above that. We'll probably be almost double that.
You'll have 1 star sapphire of 2 kilos.
Pretty close, yeah.
Nice.
Probably coming around, I'm guessing, probably around 170, 180 grams, something like that.
Do you have that stone kicking around here somewhere? Or?
Yeah, I could fish it out for you.
You could fish it out? I'd love to see it.
Okay, let's find it.
Chris, that is insane.
Now,
Oh, that has to be what? 8 pounds? 10 pounds?
It's heavy, yeah. I actually, truth be told, man.
That's gotta be 10 pounds.
Yeah, I've got 2. There's this one and there's one more. So, but this one has the tightest crystal structure. If you see on the edges, you see there's no like feldspar zoning between the crystals.
Yeah.
Because in order to get the star, you need a high dome. So I think this is probably going to be our candidate.
That'll be a high dome, and a high dome makes more weight, and weight is what you want for this.
Absolutely.
A bunch of biotite on top, but that'll all come off real easy.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that is insane.
Yeah. It's one of the largest crystals found out here.
There you go. You saw it on my channel first. World record star sapphire in the making. Yep. Well, as it starts to get a bit darker out here, we get to see a bit more of this blue translucency. Just putting this on Chris's cell phone right now. Trying to show how beautifully blue this stuff is. Ooh, blind everyone. It will be really interesting to see these things faceted, to see how translucent they become once they're polished. They're looking a little opaque like this, but when you get a polished surface on it, who knows what you'll find. The color's right. Hopefully it's not fractured. Hopefully those little fractures you see there on the surface are just surface, and they don't show up into the facets. We're sending the guys at Turtle Horde a good lot here so that they can choose which one to make a good facet out of for the video. Oh yeah, look at that color. That's the stone. Whew. Canadian sapphire, soon to hit the market in a big way. Because of Chris from Silver Cove. Okay, now we're gonna send those stones off to Steven from Turtle's Horde, and I'm gonna show you what he creates from those right here.
You know it's going to be a good day when you get a package from Dan. And inside we've got Blue Jay Sapphires. These are really cool gems. They don't have high clarity, but with their intense blue color and translucent glow, they still really catch the eye. Under a microscope, you can see part of the reason that they aren't as clear is because of these crystals of hematite and rutile. If these are dense enough, they can actually give the stone a star effect too. These are usually shaped into domed cabochons, but Dan's giving me a chance to pick out a couple and cut them into faceted gems. So let's get started. I took these 2 most promising pieces and did a bit of surface grinding to see the color better. Sunlight really shows off their blue color. This one obviously wants to be sort of a modified pair, and I'm going to trim the bluest part out of this one to get a classic emerald cut. It can be a bit nerve-wracking to saw up a stone like this, but in the end it was the right decision, and the zone of color was perfectly shaped for the stone. Now let's get them both on the dop and start cutting. I'm cutting both of these stones using my cut kit faceting setup. With this kit, you can start faceting gemstones for under $500, including some starter rough. But that's enough about that. Let's get to cutting. Let's start with the pear cut. The first step is roughing in the shape using a 600 grit diamond lap. Sapphires are hard, but diamond grinds them down just fine. Once all the flat facets are placed, I move on to a copper lap that's charged with finer diamond grit. Copper polishing laps have been used since medieval times, and they still work great today. And as each facet's polished, more and more of that vivid blue color shows through. And now that I've finished the pointed bottom, or pavilion of the stone, I transfer it over to another dop so I can cut the top, or crown. These Canadian sapphires are really interesting to cut. They have a bit of a grain to them and they take a delicate touch, but they do really reward you with the color when you get them polished. And the last step is cutting the top facet or table using a special adapter. This is sometimes a huge pain, but this time it went great. Now it's time to take it off and see how it came out, but first let's cut that other stone. I followed basically the same procedure, except I cut the crown first on this one. The richest zone of blue was right at the top and I wanted to save every bit of that. Cutting went really well, and the color turned out even better than I expected. And now for the reveal. Well, Dan, I think you dug some nice sapphires. And the final weights were 16 and 24 carats. The pair feels really nice and solid in the hand, and you can see a bit of the sheen from the hematite on the emerald cut. And if this looked like something you'd like to try, you can get more information on the cut kit at facet.ing. It's the most affordable way to start faceting gems, and if you watch Dan's videos, there's a good chance you're going to enjoy it. And thank you so much, Dan, for giving me a chance to cut these stones. It's been an honor.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for doing this for me. If anyone out there wants to get into faceting, Stephen makes a great starter kit for starting into the faceting hobby. Check him out at the link below.
And check that out with a light behind it. Woohoo! Nice.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me that thumbs up. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, I hope I earned it today. And a big thanks to everyone for watching. Until the next one,